Hello everyone, this is Callan Plays, and we're diving right back into Sculplings where we left off, so please remember to like, follow, and subscribe to stay up to date on all the action. Alrighty, here we go with our first space. We're going to go ahead and battle the Snek, S-N-E-K, a animal type who's going up against our spooky type, so we won't need to swap. We'll just go ahead and do a one-hit KO, technically two-hit KO, but you get the point. Angry Shady Guy doesn't play any games. Go ahead and get some XP, buddy. Go ahead and let Fright Knight get some XP. Let the Cupcake Guy get some XP. And Cyclops will get a 1 XP boost. Victory. Yes, this is Sculplings, a game made entirely out of clay. As you can tell, the shop is also clay. Here we're going to buy a Toxic Pin just to make it so that all of our moves had a better chance of poisoning. We're going to buy an EXP boost. EXP boost, make it so that your Sculplings have a chance of evolving 1 XP before they normally do, and we're going to use an attack boost also on the soon-to-be iDaddy, currently Cyclops. And here we go with another battle. We're going to battle a Wild Cactus. Wild Cactus is an elemental type, but it's interesting because its ability is spiky, and with spiky, every time that is an attack, it is attack. Oh, I can't get my words. What's going on? It is attack. It does damage back to the enemy. But luckily, we did have a food type, which counters out the elemental. So we went ahead and just knocked it out there. Sent it to heaven. Sent it to the sky, as you know. And it looks like our food type Cupcake Guy is evolving into the Cake Guy. Hello, Cake Guy, my little friend. We're going to teach him a new move, that being Hunger. Alrighty, there we go. You got your 4 XP evolved in the Cake Guy. Cyclops got 1 XP for that battle, and it is a victory. Okay, and for our free item, we'll choose the attack boost. The attack boost we're going to use on Cyclops. We are going to load up Cyclops as much as possible going into these final battles here. We're going to use the free heals on our sad Shady Guy because he has been leading the fight. And we ran into a Wild Peeper. Peeper is one of the only Sculplings that I've run into that has a chance of burning you. Although with the new update, they're all fire types. So can't wait to show you guys that and everything that the guys have done new with the game. And here we go. We're going to get this battle on. Cyclops leading the way, leading the charge, taking the helm. Go ahead, bro. Oh, you almost had a one-hit KO. You could have been great. It's okay, you're good. And go to heaven! Yeah, see, I love that. That's honestly my favorite part of the entire game. Whenever you do get a knockout, the enemy monster just flies straight into the sky. Awesome. Angry Shady Guy learned a new move. Fright Knight got an XP. Cake Guy got an XP. And Cyclops got 4 XP. And he learns a new attack, but we're not going to take either of those because I'm not a big buff guy, at least for now. There really aren't many things the buffs can do for Cyclops. Outside of once we do evolve him, then it becomes more of an apparent thing to want to have those buffers. Alright, so we're going to go up against the Hot Climber Girl. She's challenging me, so we're going to have to take her out. Go ahead, Cyclops, take down this Slate. It was an elemental type, so that's why we did actually swap away from the Angry Shady Guy. We're going to go ahead and let Cyclops take away everything this trainer thought she had. Here we go. Nice, get that XP. 1 XP for Fright Knight, 1 XP for Cake Guy, and then I think it was 5 XP for Cyclops, but we do have an evolution. Is that iDaddy? iDaddy! We now have the iDaddy, who we're going to teach the Fantastic Smash attack, where for every buff he gets +1 for the attack. So let's imagine there are 6 stats. Each stat can be boosted 6 times, so that is 36 points possible that can be added to the current attack of the iDaddy. Yeah, it's insane. One of the strongest moves in the game, and I love it. Here we go. It looks like the enemy Hot Climber Girl did send out a Cactus, so we know how to handle that. Go ahead, iDaddy. Send it to the stars. Awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. You get an XP, you get an XP, and you get an XP. You get an XP! Everybody gets XP. No, just there's no need for experience share in this game. They just naturally share all the XP with your team. And it looks like the Masked Shade number 2 was sent out to try and take out my iDaddy. But he's not going to stand a chance. Let's just watch him get knocked out. There we go. Masked Shade 2, you're out of here, pal. I don't know why Hot Climber Girl thought you stood a chance, but hey, it is what it is. And there we go. Claim your XP, team. Everyone gets a little boost. There we go. Don't worry about it. And from the chest, we are going to take the Prickly Pin. Prickly Pin does damage to the enemy whenever you are attacked. So now, essentially, each of our Sculplings are a captain. Don't attack me unless you want to bleed. Alrighty. A wild Snack appears. We're going to go ahead and attack Snack, because once again, Snack is an animal, and animals are weak to what? Yes, spooky, and that being my angry, shady guy. Take that 3 XP, buddy. Get that 1 XP, Fright Night. Get that 1 XP, Cake Guy. And you get that 1 XP, Eye Daddy. We're all leveling up here. For the free item, I'm going to take my attack boost, and I'm going to give it to the Eye Daddy, because remember, we are going to boost fantasy types. Fantasy types do not have a counter in the game as of yet. So whenever we get the Eye Daddy or we get Dragoon, who I've showed in shorts, we always want to boost them. Alright, and here is a wild Spooty. Though Spooty is an animal type, Spooty also is still a spooky type. So we do want to either defeat or capture it immediately. And we're not capturing it to keep it. We're capturing it just to avoid the fight, because sadly, Spooty is someone who we can't just swap out to an elemental to have an easier, faster defeat. So we want to just capture it in the match and go. We don't run, because you don't get any gold for running unless you have the pin. So you got to capture. Alright, and then from the treasure chest we get 2 items, and from the shop we're going to go ahead and buy the vampire pin. The vampire pin, whenever you attack an enemy, you do get a few HP, so all of your attacks become health restoring attacks. And once we see the cleric, we go ahead and get our Eye Daddy healed, and we go up against the Lone Star Leon, rank number 14, and we are the new number... Oh wait, no. I'm going to take that back and we'll go over it later. Okay, let's go. Eye Daddy, you are going to take out Leon Sparkle. Go for it, pal. We're going to try and buff him as much as possible before doing our first attack, because we don't want to take any chances with Leon. He is one of the more fiercer fighters in the game. To be completely honest, Leon doesn't play. He doesn't hold back. But also, the Sheriff Leon. Where do we know a Sheriff Leon from? He's not a sheriff. He's a detective. Leon Kennedy, sent to Raccoon City. Hilarious. If this is a Resident Evil reference, I swear I love these guys. Alright, it seems like Sparkle is giving us a bit of trouble. That's because we are not using a alternate typing. We are just going fisticuffs instead of using the counter type here, which would be food to defeat the elemental type. But we did manage it nonetheless. Sparkle is defeated. Cake Guy gets 1. Eye Daddy gets 3. Everybody gets XP. Demagon. I don't know. Let's not. He's just a little demon guy, Demagon. He's cool, but Demagon be gone. Demagon be gone. After a few buffs, of course. So Demagon is also a spooky type as well. Demagon is one of the earlier spooky types that you encounter in the game, and he's actually pretty strong when he becomes the Demon King. But for now, we're not going to waste any time. We're trying to get everyone knocked out as fast as possible so we can try and just run through the game. We just want to, show off all this gameplay and show all the possibilities. And we're not going to sit here and flex on Demagon for an hour to try and do so. I think we go for Club here, because Club is an attack where it increases your speed and your attack by 1. Well, it has a chance to every time you use it. It's like a 30% chance. I love the move. Yes, Leon. Alright. So now with Leon, you can't swap until your Sculplings fate. So you gotta fight the whole battle. Actually, wait, it's either you can't swap or you can't use items. But Leon can swap and Leon can use items, and that kind of blows it. But hey, chuck it. I never have a problem with beating him. And it looks like the angry sad guy evolved into the Darkness Shade. I do like the Darkness Shade. It reminds me a lot of a certain two-headed gas Pokemon, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that at all. We don't need Nintendo over here. We do get rid of the normal attack and just replace it with the spooky attack, just because we do like having as many spookies as possible. on our at least starter on our starter sculpting, and that's what the angry shady guy, now the darkness shade, is. He was the starter sculpting of this run. And then last but not least, he sends out his beetle stand. Sadly, Leon, your beetle stand stands no chance versus my men and monsters. Please, guys, win. Because I kind of spoke too soon. I can't recall. Okay, fantastic. Yes, it was a critical hit. And my Fright Knight has defeated the beetle stand. Defeated the beetle stand and defeated Leon. Yes, indeedy. So we are actually going to go ahead and pause here as we go into the next arena, which is going to be restaurant. And then later on today, once, you know, I wake up and everything's caught up, we're going to go ahead and release the next video where we move through restaurant. So thank you so much for stopping and watching the video. Thanks for being a part of this. And remember to like, follow, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks. We'll see you in restaurant later. Bye.